My name is Justin Vidito. I'm originally from Northern Kentucky. For the past, spent about 15 years in the Army. Most of the time it was as a sniper. Since I've gotten out of the military, I've been instructing in everything from survival to marksmanship and a whole host of other things. So a few months back, we decided to come up with a new idea for being able to pull instructors together across a broad spectrum of different disciplines. E.C.O, and what that stands for is environment, climate, and opposition. So when you look at environment, that's whether you're out in the woods, you're in an urban scenario. The climate being, is it snowing outside? Is it hot outside? Is it raining? And then opposition. So that could be anything from human opposition to bad guys trying to chase you down to predator animals in your area. Those three things really start the process of determining what your priorities of work are.
I was raised completely off-grid, self-sufficient. I was born at home. I've never lived in a house with central heating and air. You know, very primitive homesteading, 18th century style, early 1900s background. And so I teach metaphorical shape-shifting of the mind, which reduces the thoughts of humanistic ideology to be able to transition into the mindset of an animal so that we can leave what has been contaminated by humans trading their freedom for convenience over the last 200 years.
I'm an instructor with E.C.O Survival Group. What I'm attempting to do through that is to reconnect people with what it is to be a fully functioning human on the planet, which when you look around at people, we're really the only thing in creation that can't sustain our own life in our given habitat. And mankind is the only thing that does that. All the other animals stay in their place, they know how to live, and it seems that we've become so dependent on all this artificiality that we've forgotten some of the most basic things, you know, like how to sustain your own life with your own hands, to be thrown back on your own resources, your own intellect, your own strength.
What I bring to this class is a focus on primitive skills, primitive hunting, primitive weapons, specifically flint knapping. The experience of being in an actual survival situation definitely benefits me as an instructor because I can speak from my experience. That's one of the great things about E.C.O is all of our instructors have been in a situation like that. It means that our instructors have actually gone and survived and thrived in the woods. It's the mental aspect that we focus on. The fact that what we have learned from being in those situations and how that translates to your survival.
So a lot of people kind of think survival, and when you say you're a survival instructor, they think you're crazy. Even when I was taking the classes, they think you're crazy. Circumstances change around us beyond our control every day, from riots to airplane crashes. Could be something as simple as you run out of gas on a dirt road. You're now in a survival situation if it's 20 degrees outside and you've got to walk to a gas station. And if it's more than 5 miles, you know, hypothermia kicks in pretty quick. There's just a lot of things that could happen. It's important to me for everybody to know at least the basic skill.
I am from Kauai, Hawaii. I come from a very traditional Hawaiian family, and the way I was taught was to connect to the earth, and a lot of the time connect to your ancestors. So therefore, the way I teach, the way I present things to people, I'll say, is not just doing something just for the sake of doing it, but it's something I really like to push what all of our ancestors did, whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever. And I incorporate that a lot. I incorporate stories from what I was told from a child. For me, just the passion and love and different kind of way of looking at things is what I bring to the table.
When you look at a lot of the baseline of schools, what they teach, the fundamentals they're teaching, most of the individuals, you know, have freshly come off a television show, one which the experience was not a reality, and they don't research out the depth of their skills and their actually teachings. And I think that's what separates E.C.O Survival Group as a whole, because Each individual instructor has went through a time of a change, a vision quest, a time to hone their skills through experience. And when you can teach a student by experience, then you can teach them what true reality is.
Well, I think if you look at our modern culture, we could all agree that we are sick. As a society, we're just not in a healthy place. There are so many different divisions that exist, and we're not seeing ourselves as part of a community. And that's one of the biggest things that you'll learn when you strip yourself down and you go out on the land, is that everything is connected. There are lessons, there are life lessons hidden in all these survival skills that we do. Patience, persistence, teamwork, community. We do things like go out and survive as lone individuals, but historically, people really didn't do that. We are social creatures, and we have to come back to a place of community and working together in a way that's symbiotic.
If you're the kind of guy where you're an expert at something, I hate that word, I'm an expert at this, I hate that. You're not gonna make it in a tribe, you're not gonna make it in a survival situation. I teach this stuff and I tell everybody, I am in no way, shape, or form an expert. I'm still learning along with you. I mean, that's how you have to be in a survival situation, in a learning situation. And if you're a part of a tribe, then listening to them and voicing your opinion, but not being confrontational.
That's why it's important to get involved and learn these skills to gain that appreciation, because it creates a whole new thought process in how you view the world and how you view your day-to-day life. It's gaining that point of reference as to what it really takes to survive, to live on this planet.